Chris is back in the van, and I'm at Heathrow. What could possibly go wrong?
Hi guys, we're getting ready to take off. Pretty soon anyway.
So, I've left Chris behind in the van and flown from Heathrow to Washington, D.C. to visit my family in Northern Virginia. 2 days after I arrive, everyone starts saying the words you never want to hear. Big winter storm. Not cute, fluffy snow either. The kind that traps you indoors for days, then freezes solid just to really make a point. Today is going to be a really long day. I have gotten to the airport so early. Inside Heathrow, it's the usual routine. Through the doors, passport ready, and following a long line of fellow passengers who all look equally hopeful and slightly stressed. Head down, shuffle forward, and straight into the security hall. Once you're through immigration and security, Heathrow turns into a luxury shopping mall. Designer shops everywhere, people camped out staring at departure boards, and that familiar feeling of, am I early or way too early? And of course, the airport temptation gauntlet. British chocolates, shortbread, giant Toblerones, because nothing says responsible traveler like panic buying sweets before a long flight. There is no end to expensive shops, but I show real restraint and settle for a bottle of water from W.H. Smith. Balanced, sensible, very unlike me in the duty-free chocolate aisle. I always arrive hours early. This time I had 6 hours to kill, so I decided to blow 50 pounds on a lounge, which turned out to be a little bit underwhelming. Sparse food, very sparse. But I made peace with that by having a few gin and Diet Cokes, found a quiet corner all to myself, and hoped that gin would gently carry me into airplane sleep mode. And finally, on the plane, and wow, it's very purple. Virgin Atlantic definitely commits to their purple theme.
Hi guys, we're getting ready to take off. Pretty soon anyway. Heading to the US to see my parents, and then we'll be back for more UK van life. So anyway, we'll see how it goes this trip and how the flight is. I hope you can hear me okay. See you later.
Meal service wasn't bad at all. A glass of wine, a movie on. I managed about 2 hours of sleep, which on a long-haul flight honestly feels like winning. Hello. I'm at my brother's house. How exciting, in Virginia, in the U.S., spending a few days here. I'm still really jet lagged, arrived a few days ago. And we've got a huge storm coming through, a snowstorm. And it's going to be below zero for the whole week. So we're preparing. He often loses power. So one of the first steps is to get a little table together with lighting and candles and all that kind of good stuff. And my brother has just blown all the leaves off the driveway, and he's currently spreading salt. So there he is doing all his jobs to get ready. It is cold out here. I should have put my coat on. I'm layered up.
Below zero in Europe.
Yeah.
You can't hear me.
Below zero in Europe, he just said. So that's exciting. Do you have another one of those? And I can go around.
I appreciate it. It's I've got to move the cars to get under them.
Okay.
Don't show our messy garage.
Oh, it's just a typical American garage. I do like their old license plates up there, because of course it's different in this country. Our license plates stay with the car, and their license plates get replaced when they get a new car. So that's quite exciting. So yeah, preparing for this big snowstorm, and I really should be helping. So I'm gonna stop you now, and we'll see what tonight brings. It's supposed to be coming in tonight. My new Skechers, thanks to my sister-in-law for helping me get those. I've got 2 pairs of socks on because it is absolutely freezing out here. But I love these, they're lovely. Get back in this warm house. And just a few necessities that we are probably going to need if we lose power. They tend to lose power because the lines coming into this neighborhood are above ground, and the ice is going to hit, and it will probably bring the power lines down. Oh, this is one of my dad's paintings that he did of Washington, D.C. So my dad has loads of paintings. Unfortunately, they're all these huge paintings, and I can't get them in the suitcases. So I've got a couple I'm going to try to get in. A couple of small ones I'm going to try to bring back with us. As part of the storm preparations, we stopped at Home Depot to buy sand for the driveway. Fun fact, B&Q actually modeled their stores after Home Depot. Same chaos, just bigger. Now this is a real American barbecue dinner. Those of you that always wonder, what is the secret to really good ribs? Would you like to tell us, Keith? What are the secrets to really good ribs?
Lots of beer and bourbon. No, you just take, the secret is try to pull the skin off of the back of the ribs, and then do a nice dry rub. I do them in the oven because it's just easier, but you do half cup of sugar, half cup of brown sugar, cup of paprika or thereabouts. You'll find recipes all over the interwebs, and then you cook it slow and low for about 3 hours.
Oh,
it's good to go.
I can't wait to eat it. Thank you, guys. A great dinner. Yay! Here we come. After the delicious barbecue ribs, we settled in, turned on the TV, and waited for the storm to decide our fate. The next morning, we woke up to 6 inches of powdery snow, the light stuff that looks innocent but lies. We knew ice was coming, and it did, 3 inches of solid ice. So first we shoveled snow, then we shoveled ice, then we shoveled it again. The entire family pitched in because once snow turns to concrete, it's officially a team sport. There was just enough time to get the inflatables out and go down the hill. I did not have a go, mainly because I was worried I'd never be able to get out of the inflatable. A week later, and there's still an unbelievable amount of concrete-like snow everywhere. The snowplows did an amazing job, but where do you actually put this much snow? Massive frozen mounds everywhere. Schools have been closed all week, much to the delight of the students and probably the teachers too. Have you ever been in a storm like this? Let us know in the comments. And how did you prepare? By the way, we did not lose power. Thank goodness. My brother and I are meant to be going on an 8-hour road trip to visit relatives I haven't seen in 20 years, but another storm is hitting this week. Will we make it? Well, we'll let you know next week.